Hi, welcome to OsteoTam Holistic Services. I'm Tamra, and I am the author of Natural Remedies for Dog Anxieties. This is a guide that was created with my client with tried and true remedies that I worked on with my clients, and it's also for cats and it's also for horses. But I have put in the book different remedies that you can use for horses and cats. But at the end of each series, I will talk about how it's a little bit different. When we get into the nitty gritty of everything, I'll talk about how you can use it differently for cats and other things and for horses, and how other things that you can do to help those animals. Okay. So the last episode was about my story and what happens when I'm working on an animal. In this particular episode, we're going to talk about how dogs show anxiety. How do they show anxiety? And it's important to remember that dogs love to make us happy. And that is where a lot of the anxiety comes from. So here we go. This is the first part of it is about an animal that I worked on named Zeus. Okay, so Zeus, the amazing 9-month-old white Swiss Shepherd, came into my office because he is growing too fast and having problems with his joints. He was on 3 legs and in incredible pain. However, he was still playful and happy. After his session, as it often happens, Zeus relaxed on the bed in the corner and slept while his owner and I talked about what was going on in her life. There was a family dynamic that was really upsetting the owner to the point that she herself was having physical problems and had to take a leave of absence from work. She started to cry, and Zeus lifted up his head and looked to see if she was okay. He was reacting to her distress. He looked at me concerned because we'd already developed a bond and trust. And I reassured him, I reassured him by reassuring her. I could tell that this is a recurring situation, and not 2 seconds later, her telephone rang. She panicked and searched through her purse frantically. Zeus rushed to her side and to take care of her, again on 3 legs and in excruciating pain. Crying, she smiled and caressed him. Then she looked at me and said, "I love animals more than people." Now, if you're a pet owner, we can identify with that. It's natural because they are always there for us with whatever emotion that we're feeling. With them, we can feel anger, sadness, despair even. And they're always there for us, and it's safe to do that with them. But at 9 months old and with 2 other dogs in the house, Zeus had already developed a connection to his master and wanted to please her, even at his own expense. It is a dog's natural survival instinct to hide any weakness. We have all heard the adage, "Only the strong survive." As a result, our pets can have anxiety, and we don't know it because of their willingness to sacrifice themselves for our love and affection. How do we know when our dogs have anxiety? Like people, every animal is different, but there are some things to look for that can help determine if your pet is anxious. Every breed has its particular way of communicating. A Jack Russell Terrier's personality is different from a Shih Tzu's. A Hound is different from I'm thinking in French now, but is different from a German Shepherd. So, but even with this knowledge, every animal has a unique story to tell. How does your pet communicate with you? This is what we want to get to the bottom of. The following questions will help you to better understand your dog's individual personality and how he or she communicates with you. I recommend writing down your answers on a separate sheet of paper because we're going to go back and look at these later as we're going through the other chapters. So here are the questions. When your pet is happy, how does it express himself? Are there certain times of the day it likes to be touched and other times it doesn't like to be touched? Does it prefer to sit touching you in your lap or next to you? Does it follow you around the house or does it prefer to be outside? Are there other pets in the house? Do they get along? Do you live on a farm or in an apartment or a house? Does your pet need a lot of exercise? Does it look into your eyes? Does it break? Does it speak, bark to get your attention? Does it talk to you like a husky? Is it pushy or docile? Does it get along with other dogs? Does it like other people? Does it get along with children? How does it set its boundaries? Does it snap? Does it bite? Does it growl? Does it move away? Is your pet in its first year of its life, or is it an adult or a senior? Now this can that can be different for each race. A bigger dog is a senior at 5, for example. Does your pet whine or cry? It is natural that our pets change as we change. Our relationship with our pet matures as our pets mature, and often as we mature. Answering the questions above can help you understand your pet during all the changes and challenges you will have together. The following questions will help you know if your pet is having anxiety, if it is not already obvious to you. And here are your test questions, okay? So, has your pet's behavior changed recently? Is he or she hiding, barking more, biting or snapping, whining, crying, avoiding being touched, not playing, avoiding certain activities? Is it acting out by chewing things up, destroying things, or marking its territory? Is it having physical reactions such as vomiting, diarrhea, or other problems? If you have answered yes to any of the last questions, your dog is trying to communicate with you a challenge it is having. If your fur baby is acting out and his behavior has changed, your dog may be suffering emotionally and physically. So that is chapter 3 of the book, Natural Remedies for Dog Anxieties. So if your pet is showing any of these signs, it's not it's not doing any of the activities that it used to be. These are all really important questions to help determine if your pet is having anxiety or if it's coming from something else. In the next chapters, we're going to talk about the daily routine of your animal, because this is important. Do you, like, for example, do you feed your pet every day at the same time? Does your schedule change? Are there multiple people in your family? Are there multiple people feeding your animal? These all play an important role in your pet's anxiety. After that particular chapter, we need to look at nutrition, and we're going to learn about how to recognize if your dog is in pain. Okay, this is really important, and if it's been vet checked recently and things like that. So if you have any questions, please write them below in the comments, or message me, and visit our site, www.tamarashaw.com. I'll put that in the description, and then that way you can contact us. And if you'd like a session, we offer sessions in person or at a distance. And that I'll explain to you later of how we do distance healings. And then for animal therapy sessions, those can be handled over the telephone or in video conferences. Have a very wonderful day, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks.